in the matter of personal and collective privilege and matter of committee concern. It has been observed by some members of this noble council that regarding hiring of employee in the city government of illegal, which was not always placed into the proper committee. With no offense, Mr. Chairman, this council believes that the internal rules must be properly observed on placement of the agenda based on the content or context as provided in the jurisdictional responsibility. This will not only address my committee but all other committees for proper placement and protocol in order to address the matter appropriately. I have no against with the intent of whatsoever chairmanship of some other and other committees, but however, I believe that this council with this with the amended internal rules and procedures agreed in some matters. Last December 10 of 2019, we already submitted for the amendment of the internal rules and procedures, Mr. Chairman, and I believe that each council understand and submit that all resolutions and ordinances and even in the proposed policy for the city's development will be placed under the jurisdictional responsibility. I would like to read, Mr. Chairman, particularly on the committee, which I believe of some comments and suggestions of some members of the committees would be to be corrected and to be improved, especially on the plenaries of the upcoming plenary, especially on the placement of the agenda of the respective committees. Under Rule 7, Committees, Section 2 of the Standing Committees, Number 30 of the Committee of Human Resources and Civil Service with jurisdictional responsibility of overall matters or questions pertaining to appointments of all city government employees from department heads, to rank and file and personnel, including the organizational structures and functions, pension and gratuity, staffing patterns, reorganization of offices and human resource development policies and matters pertaining to personnel action, disciplinary measures, career positions, standard qualifications, and other similar matters involving civil service. Again, Mr. Chairman, the reason why I stood up and clear of some of these of the internal rules because we observe not only of the committee, Mr. Chairman. However, in the insertion and during the amendment of the agenda, that there is a voluminous of the insertion of some of the amendment in our agenda. In fact, sa ato ang internal rules, only the endorsement coming from the local chief executive, which is the mayor, can be entertained in our agenda because of the number of tungod sa kadaghan o sa kadaghan na i-discuss every session, and we only have 3 hours to discuss and have matapon ang tanang mga agenda. And this is Mr. Chairman, dili lang ni karon nga nahitabo. I hope even in the sensitive matters and very important, I believe endorsement coming from the mayor is very important. And I believe also, I do not know if some of the members if they would agree, but sama sa gisulti ka din na sa ato ang visitor and appearing that we will not and the council member itself, Councilor Abragan, ako lang ikaw ang iyang istorya. We will not focus on the literal and the wording of the approved ordinance. However, we would magnify and we will we have to appreciate the spirit of the law, and I believe the spirit of the intent also of these internal rules is very important, not only of this council, but in some other LGUs and in some Pangasinan. And with that, Mr. Chairman, I hope the members of the council agree with this thing. Okay? But this is the purpose that all members of the council na I copy for a reminder and to check also if this would fall for proper protocol and placement. And with this, I would like to request also our secretary, because siguro they would not be in the middle and bridges also of some placement. But for proper placement as well as addressing in order that all endorsements and discussed also of the different committees will be discussed it accordingly. Aron pag-abot din sa plenary mismo, Mr. Chairman. In fact, ang ganit din na before the agenda, before ibutang, is muagi sa mga committee chairman for review and proper study of the committee chairman. Aron pag-abot sa plenaryo, dili na mahimo nga sige differ. So that's the role of the committee chairman is to study first the lesson before the plenary. But I believe because of the hectic schedules of the members of the council, usahay dito na mismo sa plenaryo magpuon. And with that, Mr. Chairman, this particular time, I hope the members of the council as well as all the secretariat also will be observed also these matters. Mahilitay po ang mga misconceptions at the same time, Mr. Chairman, and miscommunication with some of the committee chairmanship. Thank you, Mr. Chairman.
Thank you, City Councilor Sol Bacsarpa. On the part of the Secretariat, please take note of that, especially on this. I think she's referring to the personnel.
May I say something?
Yes, City Councilor.
Actually, this refers to the complaint filed by Member Bacsarpa last Friday. He was questioning Assistant Maginty about the propriety of all the medical items, particularly the renewal of contracts coming from the doctors, hospitals, why it was placed in the committee of Maki, Sir Maki. So when we were informing, that was our practice before. If they can talk matters over by themselves through the Vice Mayor, the more easier we can tackle our job here. We should not be put into blame because we're just working here. We can ask further, Maglinte, about what happened.
It's not Kagawad Sol, it's her staff. Kanang nag-ingon man gyud siya nga naanabot siya sa Human Resource Committee. Tapos malipok man gyud ko kay si Sir Maki, Committee on Health. So siguro the two of you kay kami ko ra gyud may nagtrabaho, the two of you will discuss each other about renewal contract sa kang human resource or doctors and nurses man so kang Sir Maki, and Sir Maki knows kinsa iyang employee yang mga trabahante kinahanglan na sa City Health. So murag sa akong tanaw mas siya ang ayan anang mga health issues.
I think before you make your comment, Matt, I have asked you city councilors to discuss things, especially when there seems to be overlapping. Do not be shy and do not be karabang problema to reach out with one another. We are here to we're a collegial body and we are here supposed to work to make our work easier here. I understand that the Department of Health, City Hospital, would connect with Maki because Maki is the oversight chair of the City Health, and that would be easier for them to connect with him. And as regards also to Sol Bacsarpa, I think you have to, when we notice that there are some things na does not fall to you and supposedly to fall to you, I think they wala may problema siguro if you connect with Maki. And secondly, item very important sa ginasulti ni Sol, especially on the addendum of agenda. That is why precisely the presider would ask you if that is an objection, because people here are sometimes become so forgetful. Nga supak man sa atong IRR, and supak sa atong tinuan sa atong rules nga set, So we just want everyone to remind each other, para na lang. Mac, if you want to make a comment.
Salamat, Mr. Chair. I know where Councilor Bacsarpa is coming from. If we go back early on our assumption of last year, on my first month as a councilor, I made a consultation with our doctors, nurses, midwives, and all the health workers here in Iligan. And they have a resounding concern. One is the increase of their salary. If you remember, Mr. Chair, I proposed for the adjustment of their salary, especially for our midwives and nurses. 3 years below, addition of 3,000, and more than 3 years, 15,000. Actually, Mr. Chair, that's not even enough katong atong i-adjust nga salary last year. And I believe Councilor Bacsarpa was not favorable to that. In fact, she abstained when I proposed for the increase of the salary. I even consulted our HR officer, Councilor Longaki, and he said, you can go on, you can proceed. No? Kaya lagi, if you have to wait sa iyang plano na to increase, it will take several months, in which up to now, wala pong magaling ang adjustment of their salary. And I also consulted Sir Piz Maragoso. He said there's an availability of fund. There was an opinion, and he gave that certification that there is available of fund for the increase of the salary of our health workers. Mr. Chair, if there's one person with here who wants to increase the salary of our health workers, I believe it is this representation, Mr. Chair. Ay kulang yung kayo, gamay kayo ang ato ang salary scheme for our health workers. And that's the reason why kung if there is a move, there's a plan of the good councilor to have it competitive ang salary scheme for our health workers, that is a very welcome adjustment. And Mr. Chair, if it is the Secretariat who makes the agenda, no? And it falls in my committee regarding the hiring, the salary adjustment, and the renewal of contracts of our health workers. Mr. Chair, I don't find it any problem if that particular endorsements, such as the increased adjustments, will fall on the committee of Councilor Bacsarpa. There is no problem with me, Mr. Chair, as long as the direction or the goal of the committee is to improve the salary scheme of our health workers, Mr. Chair. Thank you, Mr. Chair.
Thank you, City Councilor Macapagal. Again, I would make this reiteration that all of us here, councilors, we are supposed to be collaborators with each other, no? And if there is a need for us to converge, no point of conversion, to help each other in our respective committees, please do it, no? There is no competition actually, ako nakita din eh. Because the work of one, especially when it is an ordinance, and when it needs the voting and support of each other, will be passed. Each of us get the credit. It's not only one person that gets the credit. And I think let us stop, claiming credits for everything, no? That we are doing here. If there is somebody that will get the credit of the things that we are passing here, our legislatures, that should be our beneficiaries and that's our people, no? So, dili lang ta sobrang stricto tayo sa kan kay kung kana maka-create na ko sa kanang irritant sa atong relationship of the councilors. I think we have to put it down, no? We shall see, no? We shall see.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Suggestion lang, because the way I understand it, ako alam ni Mr. Chairman, let's say for example, naghimo og resolution concerning health, but it was kanang ako na dili kayo mahunahunan ni Councilor Maki. No, para sa kuha, I can propose a resolution, but pwede na to, Councilor Maki, ikaw ka dapat. Pwede na to ma-refer sa iya, ha? Pero di ko magdanan mahunahunaan. On your committee housing, kasi na ako mga brilliant idea sa ubang councilors, di ba? Pwede siya makapropose. Pero ka mo connect or in fact, pwede ka rin ang committee chairman mo yung conduct sa public hearing. Actually, ang proponent, hindi na siya mo antog, pero malabay siya sa committee chairman. Muna siya dapat supposedly. Pero anybody can make a resolution kung sa'yo muna with regards for the benefit of the people of the Iligan City.
Sa lato ng pagkasulti, Councilor, pagsabot-sabot ka rin ako. No? Sabot-sabot ka rin ako. Okay, anymore. Dili lang nato na sabot-sabot ka lang, gamay rin kayo ng gawan. And ang ato lang, wala-wala ka din that every thing that we are doing here, the beneficiary will be our people, no? Regardless of who and whom this resolution is being made, no? And of course, I asked City Councilor Bacsarpa makapagal, no, kay di ang kasagaran, daghan man ako, daghan kayo sa City Health, daghan kayo mga personnel involved here, especially renewal contracts, di ang kadaghan ng mga consultants na ito diyan. No, if you can talk among yourselves, no, para may istoryahan nyo, who will make antog in the session, di ba? Para hindi na kayo na yung problema, this is a little thing that is the problem. City Councilor Bacsarpa.
That's what to make clear, Mr. Chairman. Ako ikaw nagsulti ni Mama Glenn. It was not me, but also my staff. However, Mr. Chairman, ako ikaw nagsulti na andan. That's why, tungkol kay naandan, muna yung gitawag na culture na to, kasi dili normal, hindi siya normal. Di ba, ma'am? Isa, gawas na sa imam, pinulungan. Kaya mo lagi naandan, unaanan, no? Dahil, siguro, mas ipakaingon nga, linyan ka ng kuha na kayo si Sol, particularly. But I believe in the doctrine of eternal rules, Mr. Chairman. That is the spirit of every Tuesday regular sessions. And this is one of the things that the DALG always nagdadali maghatag ng mga learning sessions sa ato ang mga I'm not bilang taga-ingon nga magbago ka, makaraan o sa kay we're not perfect, hindi po tayo na inanak ka kamaayo. Ang ato lang is in a proper placement because we have to improve at the same time i-place ako ba tinuod ang suggestion ni Councilor Buo na i-coordinate for our i-refer sa mga respective committee. Again, Mr. Chairman, ang reason why nato is aron ma-proper address ang rates, especially that we admire the intention of the council member makapagal because ever since way back that the committee chairman, existing council, former councilor Doc Mosley, she was the one who pushing for the increase. Until such time na siya ako chairman karon, yan hindi pa dayon na mas itaas. But however, in some flavor also of some department na professional license hired by the city government, well, wala po siya matagaan o pagtagaan. Bitaw lang nagbutang of entry rate level to properly address. In fact, the reason why na usahon tanan is because of the desire also of the Committee on Health to increase also, especially of the employees of the City Health and the City Hospital. Wala yung ingon for competitiveness, ang ato isang placement lang siguro, Mr. Chairman, aron every time na naiantog din ma-discuss o sakto kung sabi angay because the Committee on Finance always mag-remind sa ato ang committee na niagi ba ni sa inyong committee dapat taas ang ato ang doctors, dapat taas, especially the highly skilled, the technical employees na in charge sa city government. But I believe, mo lagi to, tungod kay naandan, mo na lang ang ato ang i-follow. But I wish that the consideration of some improvements of it in our placement would be considered also. But sa ako, wala problema, Mr. Chairman, if that would be, kung ang naandan would be practice until June 30 of 2022, would be okay. But I hope that the internal rules which is agreed by the body will be appreciated as well.
Yeah, there are things that is coming up and showing off. No, if our human resource management in the city hall is a working department, I think this would not be a problem. No, pero ang netabo mo, as we say, it has been the tradition of Iligan City that there is oversight committee chair on every services in the city of Iligan. such as in health and kasagaran. Sa Department of Health will go to the chairman for health, especially for renewal of contracts and so on and so forth, or for any procurement. Ako ba ato dito sa human resource dapat, ang human resource na rin ini, pero wala man ng faction. Tinuray lang. If Christine Bacsarpa, listen, Mr. Miss Bacsarpa, no, ang City Councilor, please listen, no? If ang ato nga department has functioned correctly, dapat dili na problema na ako din eh. Dili wala overlapping. Pero sa tinuray lang yun, no? Tinuray lang yun. Ang taga-city hospital o ang taga-city health, mato kita sa committee chair for whatever concerns they have. No? Kaya wala man nakatupag din eh. Pero kung nakatupag pa ang ato na human resource department to see to it that the concerns of our employers are done, hindi na mga to sa ilang buwan, sa atong chairman sa Committee on Health. No? So maybe mo, dito lang ato sa Committee on Personnel or on Board, whatever. No? So kailan, ang ako lang ipan kay to avoid the irritation of members, tinabangay lang ng mga membro, no? All of us here are trying our best to do a job for the benefit of our people, and let's do it, no? Let's do it. And if there's a need for us to collaborate, let's do it. If there's a need for us to cooperate and synergize, let's do it, no? Ang importante nga, we, at the end of the day, we do our job here and our people benefits. Okay, City Councilor Cornelio? There's another item.
Information and question hour. Hearing that, we go to the next announcement.